What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're coming to you from Bangkok, Thailand. We are going to show you 28 things to do when visiting the capital of Thailand. First up is Wat Arun, a Buddhist temple named after the Hindu god Aruna, which is the personification of the radiations of the rising sun. Located on the west bank of the Chao Phraya River, you can easily see this temple as you're taking a river cruise. Wat Arun is actually considered the most famous and photographed temple here in Bangkok. When you arrive, you will see the 70-meter high spire decorated with tiny pieces of colored glass and Chinese porcelain. And you can simply refer to Wat Arun as the Temple of Dawn, the rising morning sun. And speaking of the Chao Phraya River, here is a boat tour you can do up and down the river. The most efficient and most affordable way is to actually just get on a ferry boat that has a bunch of passengers on it, where you'll pay just under 50 cents for the ticket. But if you wanted a personal privatized tour in a long-tail boat or a speedboat made of wood, you could pay as much as 1,500 baht or 2,000 baht for that tour that shows you most of the same destinations as the ferry boat. Next up, we're going to check out Sukhumvit Road. There are several areas that are very popular for tourists. Sukhumvit seems to be the #1 place for people to stay when they're looking for nightlife and hotels, good food. All of that can be found right along Sukhumvit Road right here in the heart of Bangkok. I recommend checking out Soi 11. Next up, we're headed to Yaowarat Road. And we've made it to the gateway to Chinatown. Let's go take a look. That's right, out here in Chinatown, you can expect to find lots of street vendors and culture down here. It's a chaotic scene, but definitely worth stopping for about an hour or two, walking around, checking out all of the markets and the vibe going on down here in Chinatown. Considered one of the largest Chinatowns in the world, it was founded in 1782 when the city was established as the capital of the Kingdom of Rata Kosin. I would say the best time to visit here is anywhere between 10 in the morning and 6 p.m. Not too much going on in Bangkok before 10 a.m. anywhere anyways, and then not too much going on down here in Chinatown after 6 p.m. There's a little bit of nightlife, but not too much. Best time definitely during the daytime. Really just a market area to explore. Don't expect to find too many hotels around here, although they do have some cheap accommodation if you can find it. In the same day, most people actually end up going for the nightlife at Khaosan Road, which we'll be showing you in a little bit. While in Bangkok, you will realize it's a megatropolis, but if you're looking for a little bit of relaxation inside of the city, do check out Lumpini Park. One of the cool things you'll find here are the large monitor lizards. So be on the lookout. They look a little bit intimidating, but they're pretty much harmless. I wouldn't get too close though. While in the park, you'll see people doing exercise and even some meditation or other practice. But for the most part, people will be exercising and relaxing, reading books here. As we continue to show you around the park here, I want to let you guys know that Bangkok is actually the most visited city in the world. And a quick fact for you, when you're called a Farong, that means foreigner here. Next up, we're headed to IconSiam. This is considered one of the top 5 malls in the world. It is a jumbo-sized mall. There are many here in Bangkok, but IconSiam, right along the Chao Phraya River, is impressive. It is a mixed-use development with several hotels nearby and an auditorium. It opened in 2018. My favorite feature here is going to be on the bottom level, where they have an indoor food street vendor market that you can check out. Look at all of the variety of food you can find here. Everything from mango sticky rice, taro rice, to crocodile, alligator. They've got a ton of different seafood like lobster, crab, fish balls, so much different food here. So definitely check out IconSiam and the food market on the bottom. But they've also got a lot of luxury shopping that you can do here right along the riverfront, as you can see the beautiful river front. You can actually easily cross the river from River City to IconSiam by a ferry boat that costs around 50 cents. Next up, let's talk about the Skytrain. This is a very efficient way to get around Bangkok. You can try and do taxis, tuk-tuks, or motorbikes, but Skytrain is fastest.
So when you come to Bangkok, you can get a rabbit card. It's the Skytrain. It takes you up and down Sukhumvit and some of the other places.
They also have a subway here in Bangkok, but the Skytrain is just so efficient, especially getting up and down Sukhumvit bit because there's so many malls that we'll be showing you in this guide here, like Central World or MBK, Siam Discovery, but definitely try to get the rabbit card, top up as needed. Expect to pay around $3 to $5 a day, so when you get here, put $15 on the card and you should be good. And the main reason you'd want to use the Skytrain is to get around to all the sites. Like
First, he stopped the Standing Buddha here.
from the station, we take a tuk-tuk.
Okay, so here we are at the Standing Buddha. We're gonna go inside. It's 40 baht per person.
There are many different temples to check out here. This one is called the Standing Buddha. There's also the Big Buddha. There's the Reclining Buddha, which we will be showing you some of those also. But yes, visiting temples in Bangkok is a very popular thing to do. This one here is actually coated in gold leaf, and you can participate in putting some of that gold leaf on this Buddha. And after spending a day checking out temples, then you can go to night markets. This is a great activity for evening time, shopping around, looking for good deals on things that you may need for your travels, or just picking up some souvenirs. Also unique foods like scorpion, but at the very least, you can find awesome food at these night markets. If you get a chance, check out the Chatuchak Weekend Market. Now here we are at Wat Pho. This is actually home to the Reclining Buddha. It's one of the largest and oldest temples in Bangkok. By the way, whenever you see something called Wat, that just means temple. The entrance fee is 200 baht. That comes out to around $5.30 US. You can easily get here by river taxi if you wanted to skip some of the traffic, but people typically arrive by motorbike or tuk-tuk. So it just depends on how you want to get here, but definitely try to take the river taxi if you want to save time. As I said previously, people like Wat Arun. They consider that to be the best one, but for me personally, I thought Wat Pho was the best because of the Reclining Buddha, but also the temples around here are quite impressive. The pagodas are really decorative. And speaking of the Reclining Buddha, here it is. This large golden Reclining Buddha symbolizes the Buddha's transition into the afterlife. He was laying down. There's actually several different Reclining Buddhas across Thailand, but when you see one, that's what it symbolizes. One of the most impressive artistic components of this statue that I found was the feet. The feet are very interesting. If you look on the bottom of the soles, you can see this very intricate mosaic. Now, as I mentioned previously, something you can do is go to Khaosan Road when you're in Chinatown. You start there in the afternoon and you finish your day at Khaosan Road. You can see this is definitely one of those party streets that you go down. There's a few of these in Thailand. There's Bangla Road in Pattaya Beach, Phuket, but this one here in Khaosan is on equivalent to that. But while here, you'll see a variety of different unique sites. Now, one of the things that's really cool about Khaosan Road is that it's a combination of everything you would get from a night market where you can do cheap shopping. You can also get massages. They also have bars and pubs and nightclubs along the road. It's very popular with backpackers, so that's mostly the crowd here, although it attracts pretty much everybody. Now, depending on where you're staying, it can be a long ride to get here because you pretty much have to take the surface streets. If you're staying nearby, that's great. If you're at a hostel or one of the affordable accommodation nearby Khaosan. Now, if you're coming from Sukhumvit, it's going to take about 35 minutes to 40 minutes to get here. It's not very far in distance, but because of traffic, it is a long way. And here at Khaosan Road was where I actually tried my first scorpion, and I'm not so sure I can recommend it with confidence, but hey, something to do and say you've done, yes. But no trip is complete to Bangkok without Khaosan Road. Now, another thing that's really popular is rooftop bars. So when you come to Bangkok, you'll notice that there's many high-rises all up and down the area of Sukhumvit and even along Chao Phraya River where they have these rooftop bars. I would say if you check Soi 11, they have a few rooftop bars that you'll want to check out, but great views all around. You've also got champagne and wine bars, but you can check out places like the Cooling Rooftop Bar. You've also got the Brewski, the A-Bar Rooftop, and many more. They've also got rooftop pools. This is a thing to do. So if bars aren't exactly what you're looking for, find a hotel in Sukhumvit that has a rooftop pool. Some of the ones that I recommend are going to be at the Marriott properties or at the Hyatt Place, up and down. The Hiltons have them. So check these out. Make sure you go onto the website, see if they've got a rooftop pool. Typically they're around the 4th or 5th level, but some can be even higher, like the one at the Hyatt Place. Getting a hotel with a nice pool is something you want to consider when getting to Bangkok, because at 10 o'clock in the morning, starting your day with a nice swim is a good thing, or even at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or a sunset swim. Either way. All right, let's talk about another mall. This one here is Terminal 21. It's a huge modern mall located on Sukhumvit 19. You can also get here easily by Skytrain at the Asiatique station. It's 9 floors with escalators that just tower up from one level to one level. Thankfully, they do have very efficient elevators also. And if you go up to the food court on level 5 or level 4, you'll find a wide variety of food. That one there is called Pier 21. Great place to eat. The area we're walking around here is at the bottom level though. Now, as far as shopping goes, expect to find the high-end luxury items that you'd find at any modern mall. So if you're looking for high-end luxury shopping, you'll find that here. Modern clothes, all that stuff. Also, pro tip, if you're looking for an eSIM, go to the very top level of this mall and you will be able to get your eSIM here. It's not easy finding an eSIM in Bangkok actually, but bring your passport. Next up, let's talk about food. So Thailand is known for Thai food and its wide variety of foods. You can also find many different street vendors that sell everything from roti pancakes to noodle soup with fish balls and chicken balls, pork ball, all those types of soup, many different varieties of seafood. In fact, we've actually started a brand new channel called Island Hopper TV Food. You can actually go onto our homepage and follow us there. I've also been posting many of my most recent travels across Thailand on Island Hopper TV Travel Highlights. So follow that channel if you haven't already. I will comment below from that channel also so you can follow us. But you can see the wide variety of food here is something that you're going to indulge in and enjoy. So definitely watch that. We also made a full travel video from Thailand about food. You can watch that by checking the description below. One of the things I love about Bangkok is the buffet breakfast that almost every hotel serves. So do get ready for buffet breakfast. Very tasty. Another thing is they have a lot of international cuisine and restaurants here in Bangkok, so don't worry if you want variety. Next up, let's talk about riding a tuk-tuk. Now, tuk-tuks are all over Bangkok. They're not all over Thailand like they are here in Bangkok. Riding in one of these can be quite the experience. At least try and do one. They're not the safest way to get around, but they're probably a little bit safer than a motorbike, I will say that. So just buckle up when you're in there in terms of hold on, because they don't really have a seatbelt. Maybe for your first experience in a tuk-tuk, just go short distance. Don't try and go clear across the town from Sukhumvit to Khaosan Road for your very first tuk-tuk ride. Next up, let's talk about floating markets. So Thailand gets a lot of rain. Bangkok gets a lot of rain. There's a rainy season that comes in the summertime and lasts until about October or November. And because of that, they have these floating markets that have been around for a long time where traders buy and sell goods. You, as a tourist, can go to places like Damnoen Saduak or other floating markets across Bangkok, but going to a floating market, doing some shopping can be a fun experience to take pictures and say that you did. You can also buy drinks off vendors like this as you're going down the waterfront here at the floating market. Now, when you're shopping, I want to give you guys some ideas to consider. You might be restricted by the amount of things you can buy at a floating market because of luggage space. So what I typically do is I just buy whatever I feel like I want to get as a souvenir for friends, family, and myself. And then what I do is I find a post office nearby and I ship it to my mom or I ship it to my post office box, realizing that it can go slow. So I'll say, send it, let it take snail mail, the longest method that saves me the most money, and then in a month or two it arrives at my house. That's one way to do it. Or you could stuff your suitcase with all of the things you buy here at the floating market, including pictures, paintings, clothes, and other figurines. At Damnoen Saduak, they also have like a snake cobra show that you can check out and a temple. So consider that, but it is an extra charge. Also, there are some scams that are associated with trying to go to a floating market, so make sure you do some research on how much you should be paying. Next up is the Grand Palace. This is considered by many to be the premier thing to do while in Bangkok. There are restrictions about what you can film while you're here. They have the Emerald Buddha, which is a very important symbol here in Bangkok. But yes, the Grand Palace is a very beautiful place. As you'll see, we'll walk around here and kind of show you just how intricate the art is on the inside and the outside. But again, we're limited on what we could film here. It's really one of those places you just have to go there yourself and see. Now, something else I want to mention about going to the Grand Palace, you cannot wear shorts, skirts, or anything like that, so you will need to get some pants. You can buy those on the outside for around 200 to 300 baht if you don't wear them that day, because Bangkok's hot, right? But you have to cover up your legs when you go inside the Grand Palace.
All right, so we're here at the train market. I guess the train comes at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so when you come down here to the train market, it's nearby the floating market actually. It's about an hour and a half outside of Bangkok. Getting here at 5 p.m. is when the train actually comes through, so you could call it a night market. People actually made this place famous because of Instagram, but really all you're coming down here is to see how a train goes through a market and how the vendors kind of tuck everything away when the train actually rolls through. I don't know, if that's important to you, then come to the train market. But it makes for cool video nonetheless. I mean, just look how tight it is squeezing through this marketplace. Really interesting, right? Next up, let's talk about self-care. This is the Thai massage. So every street you go down in Bangkok and across Thailand is pretty much going to offer some sort of massages. Typical massages include Thai massage, oil massage, foot massage, head and shoulders, something like this. For me, my favorite is doing the leg and head with some shoulders. And those are typically 300 baht for an hour. Next up, we're headed to Hua Hin. Now, there's not a beach in Bangkok, so if you wanted a beach, you'd go to Hua Hin or you'd go to Pattaya. Those are the closest ones, and both of those are about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. Hua Hin became famous because this is actually where the Thai royalty would go. Here at Hua Hin, they have activities such as horseback riding on the beach, and they have a little bit more relaxing vibe than you would find in Pattaya. So if relaxing, comfort, and laid-back vibes are what you're looking for, then come on down to Hua Hin. We are going to show you Pattaya, but just keep in mind that's going to be more of a ruckus kind of scene. Lots of partying going on over there, not too much relaxation. And I would actually say that the beach in Hua Hin is probably better than Pattaya, although there's better island hopping that you can do on that side of the ocean. Nearby Hua Hin is also some national parks that you can check out with waterfalls. And then there's a really cool cave temple called Praya Nakhon Cave. We also made a video about Hua Hin over on our other channel, which is called Island Hopper TV Travel Highlights. You can check out that video if you wanted more detailed information about Hua Hin. But in that video I actually did the hike to this cave temple called Praya Nakhon. And the interesting thing about this is I took the longtail boat, which is a wooden boat that took me around the bend to where I actually got onto another beach, and then I hiked up to this cave. It was a heck of a hike uphill, but then you go down into the cave and then there's this temple. Really a cool experience. Next up is Ayutthaya Ancient City. So this is considered the forgotten capital or the forgotten kingdom. So Ayutthaya was the capital of the kingdom of Siam, and it is where the confluence of 3 rivers comes together. But here is a great place for history buffs to walk around. It's like a mini Siam Reap, not quite on that level of Angkor Wat, but you get the idea. And now let's talk about some more of these malls, because malls in Bangkok are very pivotal in your experience. This is Siam Paragon, which is an incredible mall. It's really hard to say what's the best mall in Bangkok between IconSiam, Siam Paragon, and then you have MBK Central World. But for me, I would say it comes down to Siam Paragon and IconSiam. Those were my two favorites. I guess if I had to put a third one in there, it would be Terminal 21. And as we continue to show you around Bangkok, I want to let you guys know that we did go to Thailand and make a whole travel guide series. I will put the links to those Thailand videos below, including the food video and a top 10 best places to go while in Thailand. Those are some useful videos. Also Phuket, Krabi, and Thailand, as you know, really amazing place. So definitely take some time to watch that series. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, consider liking the video and even subscribing to the channel. You can also become a channel member where you get more access to our videos and priority commenting. And now we're headed to Pattaya Beach. This was the other side of the Gulf of Thailand from Hua Hin. There used to be a ferry that connected Pattaya and Hua Hin, so you could do both, but they've discontinued that ever since the pandemic. But right here in Pattaya City, you have the Buddha Mountain, you have also Walking Street, and island hopping going out to Koh Larn. Now this side of the Gulf of Thailand, like I said, has some interesting islands like Koh Kud or Koh Chang. So consider those, but they are far away from Bangkok, 7 hours away. It looks short on a map, but when it comes down to driving, it takes some time. Here is a look at Walking Street. It's absolutely electric. Definitely one of the biggest parties on earth that happens every single night. Next up is Central World. Now, Central World is considered one of the best malls in all of Bangkok. This one is also along Sukhumvit Road. One of the things that makes this one stand out is it's where they have the Apple Store. Now, when you come to Bangkok, you'll quickly realize that if you have any problems with your iPhone, whether it be a charger or getting a charging cable or just a new phone or whatever the problem is, it's going to be really hard to find Apple products, because most people here in Thailand use Samsung. And just down the way from Central World is another big mall called MBK Center. So doing some mall hopping can really be useful. In this area of Sukhumvit, really they have Siam Paragon, they have Siam Center, they have Siam Discovery, MBK Center, and Central World, all within a close proximity to each other, so you can easily mall hop from one to another. One of the things I like about MBK is it doesn't have the luxury items, so if I wanted the more affordable items for shopping, clothes, whatever you need, electronics, you can find that here on MBK's mall floors that you won't find at places like Siam Paragon or IconSiam, which are more of the modern luxury malls. Next up, let's talk about Asiatique. We're limited on the footage that we can show here because we didn't quite get out there at the right time, but it is a place along the Chao Phraya River that you should consider checking out with this Ferris wheel. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Island Hopper TV as we show you around Bangkok, do be sure to check out our other travel guides from across Thailand, including Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. We also went to Koh Samui. We've got a new Koh Samui video coming out soon. We also went to Koh Phanong, Koh Tao, basically all around all the places, so check those out. Also consider checking out the new channels, Island Hopper TV Food, Island Hopper TV Hotels, and Island Hopper Travel Highlights. That's my favorite one, where we're posting most of the stuff. But here, check out our Bangkok travel guide and our Pattaya City Things to Do video next.